What's up, guys? Crafty Potato here. I am speedrunning a mending book. Now, this isn't any official speed run for a world record or something, but I am practicing for something, and I'll get to that later in the video. So I started off not a bad spawn. I did pick this world though, because I was just sorting through a bunch of random seeds, and for some reason I got a lot of taigas. But then I got this eventually, and this was my best bet because I was mostly looking for plains because that was going to be probably the easiest to find a village with hay bales and a librarian, and I mean a library. So I actually got a pretty good spawn, and upon spawn I could see this village over here, and I started punching the horse just in case I didn't have any books. Just better to be safe than sorry because I don't want to waste a lot of time. So I needed a little bit of leather. It probably wasn't necessary, but like I said, better safe than sorry. So I was just gathering resources at the beginning here, and why I'm not doing like a regular beat the game speedrun is because I play on Bedrock, and it would be extremely hard to do it on Bedrock due to the fact that there's no F3 screen, and that's a big part of speedrunning on Java. And also, I don't want to go to Java because I've learned that there's a lot of different things on that. Even like the movement is different, and it's mostly similar, but there's just some of the smallest things kind of make me not a higher level player. So I'm probably going to stay on Bedrock, at least for a while, because Java will be a whole new thing to learn. So I get a little bit of a mix-up here trying to fight the iron golem, but I get it sorted out. I need the iron for an axe, because if I need it to break and replace the lectern, but also if I don't have enough crops and materials to get enough emeralds just using crops and materials that I can just steal from the villagers, I have to make a fletching table and mine a bunch of wood, so that speeds up the process so I don't have to use like a wooden axe. So I'm just doing the classic stealing stuff from the villagers at this point. And so why I'm actually doing this, I'm actually training for a manhunt that I'm hopefully make a video about by the beginning of December, I think. Sometime around there, I should be coming out with a video, and it'll be pretty fun. I'll have a bunch of my friends. There's gonna be 7 other people, so that's gonna be pretty crazy. And we're gonna be trying to race to get a mending book. I'll explain it more in the video, so make sure to check that out. So I think I got like 4 libraries in this village, which is like really good, but like a little excessive for what I'm trying to do. So I'm just trying to find those piles of hay bales because that's a big part of getting emeralds, and I'm gonna need a lot of emeralds. So I hit that guy off just to get him in the same underneath area, so that it's a lot easier to get. So he's a lot easier to access when I need him. So I don't see any hay bale piles. So at this point, I realize that I'm gonna need a fletching table, or else I'm not gonna be able to do this run very quickly because it's gonna take a lot longer than any other method. So I come grab the gravel to get that fletching table. So I actually had a dilemma the other day when I was playing, or about to play Bed Wars. So I couldn't, for some reason, so Minecraft had an update, so I updated it, and then afterwards, it like signed me out of the Minecraft launcher, and once I signed back in and everything, it wouldn't let me sign into Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So I don't know why that was the case, but I ended up eventually getting that fixed, but for a while I was just playing on my alt account for Bed Wars, which would probably have looked better for my stats because on this account that I'm using right now, I used it when I first started off, so I had like really bad. I had a lot of kills, or I mean a lot of deaths, because I wasn't the greatest at PvP then. So I'm still trying to catch up and get more kills than deaths on this account. But on the other account, I had way more kills than deaths because I have experience in that, and I had never played Bed Wars on that account. So that would have looked a lot better stats wise, but that was starting from level 1, and I think I'm level 33 on this account. So that would have been messed up. So I'm just gathering all the wood I can. I got my Fletcher, and usually when I get the Fletcher and if he gets maxed out, then I just kill him and then just break another like workstation and just get a new Fletcher because I don't want to take the time to make another fletching table. But it's probably going to be a lot harder than this in my manhunt, considering there's going to be people hunting me. So I'm probably not going to be able to just pick one village. I'm probably going to have to grab some resources and a couple emeralds for one, go to another, grab resources, a couple emeralds, and then eventually, if I think I'm far enough or something away, then I'll try and get the book. But like I said, I'll explain more about that in the video. So I'm destroying all the houses because it's a plains biome, obviously, so you don't have many trees around, so the wood of the houses isn't or is the best option right now. And I think right now I'm like 7 minutes into my run, which is pretty good. I think my last run that I did before this was like 16 minutes total at from start to end when I to the end when I got the mending book. And so it's a huge improvement. But also the last one I did, the village was a lot further and I actually had to go look for it. But I got a mending villager a lot faster. So I'm trying to like get around 22 emeralds because my last two runs have been 22 emeralds for a mending book. But that won't be the case in this run. So I'm getting pretty close to the 22 mark, and then I'll be able to start trading. There was probably a few things I probably could have done a lot faster in this, like getting the librarians. Like there, I should have probably just made like a fence around or dug a hole or something to trap all the villagers in there so that I could just have them in one spot because I spent a lot of time just running around trying to figure out who took what job. So, as you saw, I killed the Fletcher and got a new one. So I've got a fresh Fletcher, so I don't have to wait for the trades. And I'm getting pretty close. This should be my last trade till I get the emeralds. There we have it. And then I just got to get the librarian, so I placed it down. I'm waiting for a job and getting rid of other jobs so that they take that job. But it was kind of annoying because I feel like every time I get like on a roll with the villagers, they end up not taking the job anymore and take some different job, and then I have to move. So that's pretty annoying. Question for my few subscribers. What do you guys want to see from me? Because like I've got a few video ideas videos coming up pretty soon, but I want to know what you guys want to see me do. I can do a decent amount. I do a lot of Bed Wars. I do like to do speed runs, but like I said, I'm pretty limited on what I can do for that because I'm on Bedrock. So yeah, drop a comment down below. What do you guys want to see from me? What kind of videos? And I could always use ideas and inspiration. So I'm trying to get these villagers. It's so annoying how they just run around though, because like each different one picks a different trade. I'm not sure if there's a pattern to it or not. I don't know a lot about villager trades, but I know the basics. So at least there's that. I'm just trying to get them in a contained spot because I can tell that it's getting nighttime. You can already see mobs are spawning. The villagers are going to bed, and for some reason they can go to bed before us. If they don't get up earlier than us, though, so that doesn't make sense. Anyway, so I think I got him in the house, but I just needed the lectern. So I got interrupted by a zombie here. That was pretty annoying. But I was just trying to trap him in the house, so I have him there. But I couldn't sleep because there was that zombie. And then I eventually changed my mind because I don't need to sleep. I just need to keep him in there. I just mine the bed, and he'd stop trying to go to sleep, so I don't have to wake him up every time I want him to change his trades. So at this point, this is getting close to the end game of my speed run. I don't actually quite have enough for the amount of emeralds I'm actually gonna need, but I don't know that yet. So I think that like as soon as I get a mending book, I'm gonna be able to buy it because I got the book from the bookshelves of the library way before this, and I'm just planning on using those. So I don't think it took super long to get a mending book. I think it was like only a few trades. Another thing, I am hopefully going to be starting a realm with some of my friends, and I will be filming a lot of the moments, so my builds and everything. Basically, just starting a new survival world, and I'm making a series out of it. It should be coming the beginning of 2026. So that's exciting. I'm gonna have that up and going pretty soon. Also, I'm hoping to do some sort of New Year's special. So I got the party mod, and hopefully I'll be able to do that. So in my run so far, the villager trade ended up being 30 emeralds. So I needed 8 more. So I needed to get just a little more to trade with my Fletcher. And I think that if I would have just gotten enough sticks before, then I would have saved a lot of time. Maybe on my next speed run, I'll probably just try and get the mending villager first and then get the emeralds later so I know exactly how many I need before. So I'm not getting more or less than I need. So I'm just kind of trying to grab any wood I can. And I'm so close to the end, and I know it. But at this point, I'm kind of questioning whether my run was worth it or not because I think it was like 13 minutes, 14 minutes. And my last one was 60 minutes, so it was getting pretty close to my old time. I ended up beating it by like 3 minutes. So I got all the stuff. I don't know why I'm on that block, but I got the mending book. Well, thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, make sure to drop a like. Make sure to comment what you guys want to see from me. And I've got a bunch of other videos mostly about Bed Wars, so you guys should go check them out too. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.